Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Monetary distortions AMP price signals analysis http ntvforex.com news ID BC41CF 8/14/2026 17:12 p.m. What happens when markets are unable to determine the value of money in a world where land, labor and capital are all being measured in terms of severely distorted fiat currencies? There is a much greater risk to investors and business owners alike. The concept of a valuea is being replaced by government-induced liquidity, and free markets risk being unable to naturally flush out a toxicity in the system moving forward. First, it helps to identify which variables may be impacting currency exchange rates, as well as the macroeconomic environment in general. I have attached my exchange rate table below, which includes many narrative influencing variables in the FX markets. I will note that all fundamental elements of exchange rate pricing now carry a higher than usual risk of volatility in the coming months, years, and perhaps even decade. The list is by no means comprehensive, but I hope you get the point. The result: higher volatility. The real danger we face today is the reduced ability for markets to value financial assets in terms of fiat currency. Wild narrative fluctuations could erode the utility of classical data sets in many markets, and limit participants' ability to measure intrinsic value. The chance of sudden volatility events will be heightened as a result. Productivity will be reduced if businesses need to spend more time and energy grappling with issues that are only present due to excessive and expanding monetary interventions from central planning authorities. Economic data and more complex models are often used to help investors and businesses gain an edge, the essence of 21st century productivity. With the severe dislocation between the financialized economy and real economy, emotions such as fear, greed, and complacency are likely to remain entrenched in markets moving forward. Logical and productive business decisions may be overturned simply due to the influence of government policy guidance, sentiment, or just about any narrative strong enough to dominate international news feeds. The point is, as long as governmental and central banking officials hold such a tight grip on markets, price signals are bound to be distorted severely. Their policies are likely to force a greater amount of resources to be wasted on unproductive ventures. We can logically conclude that the law of diminishing returns takes hold of our overly indebted global economy. The more central planning intervention, the less economic output will be gained by each dollar of investment capital. This is a system that eats itself and perpetuated inequalities of all sorts. To survive the volatile times ahead, one must be acutely aware of the foundational macroeconomic principles of inflation, growth, and employment. A deep dive into the potential future impacts of inflation is required to further understand the path forward, but this is a topic for another day. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.